Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our own community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by Brookside Florist, the Copy Center of Vernon, Healthy Times Market, H&H Auto Parts, Heaven Hill Farm, Highland General Store, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Good evening and welcome to Vernon Vibes. I always look forward to this time because it's an opportunity for us to talk to each other and share ideas. And I just want to thank you for the feedback that you have sent to me and via telephone and email. Most of it positive, some of it not, but all of it is welcome, and it certainly lends itself to the way I go about my job as your mayor. I like to start our show reviewing some of the things that are upcoming. And you may recall in the last edition of Vernon Vibes that I spoke to the issue of a flu vaccine clinic being held at St. Francis de Sales. I think it's important that I clarify some of the information just so that everyone is brought up to speed. Actually, it's the Office of Public Health Nursing of the Department of Health, Sussex County, that offers it. And in fact, on September 28th, that's this coming Saturday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. at St. Francis de Sales Church, there will be a clinic offering not only flu vaccine, but several others, including pneumococcal vaccine, as well as tetanus and pertussis. Now, it's extremely important that if you're interested in receiving any of these vaccines or injections, that you in fact call and make an appointment at 973-579-0570 so that they can plan to have the appropriate supplies that they need in order to be able to make it happen. And secondly, I did mention that this clinic was free. That was not 100% correct because it is free for the flu vaccine and the pneumococcal vaccine for residents 65 years and older. In order to qualify for those free vaccines, you must present your Medicare card. For others, there is a small charge. The flu vaccine charge is $15. The pneumococcal vaccine charge, if you want it, is $50. And if you want the tetanus pertussis vaccine, it's $35. If you have any questions, you can register online also, in addition to the phone number that I've given you, at www.sussex.nj.us/flu, F-L-U. I would encourage all who have not gotten their flu shots yet to take advantage of this. We are told that this is going to be a particularly virulent flu season. So I would hope that everyone would do what's necessary to protect themselves. The second thing that I'd like to bring to your attention is that on Saturday, October 19th, 2013, it's Bulky Waste Cleanup Day in Vernon again. And this year, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can bring your bulky waste to the Vernon Recycling Center. And unlike other years, this service this year is free to Vernon residents. We're able to do it because of the success that we have had in marketing the recyclables that all of you have brought to our center. And so we have made the decision to make Bulky Waste Cleanup Day available to Vernon residents free of charge. This is the first time that's happened. I'm sure those of you who have partaken in the past know that there was always a fee. There will be no fee. However, you must be able to prove that you're a Vernon resident. For more information on this, you're welcome to go to the Vernon Township website at www.vernontownship.com. I would encourage all to take advantage of this. It's something that we're very pleased with and we're proud to bring you, and being able to do it at no charge to you is another benefit of our recycling center, which has been a tremendous success for us all. I also would like to call your attention to the Sussex County Triad Seminar, hosted by Sheriff Mike Strada, to be held Friday, October 25th, 2013, from 8 until 1 p.m., 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's held at Selective Insurance in Branchville, New Jersey. If you're interested, the seminar is free, but you must register. You can do so by contacting Sheriff Officer Ed Galinsky at 973-579-0888, and there will be a free continental breakfast that will be provided. The last thing on my list, I want to call to your attention early. November 3rd, 2013, a Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Sussex County Fairgrounds. Sussex County will be holding its 13th annual salute to military veterans, and I would encourage all who have members or who would like to, in fact, recognize our veterans to take part. This annual salute to our military veterans is brought to you by the Sussex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, the Sussex County Department of Human Services, the Sussex County Division of Senior Services, and the Sussex County Veterans Committee. If you have any questions or would like more information, you can call 973-579-0555. We'll be back in just a minute.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine, with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our own community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by Brookside Florist, the Copy Center of Vernon, Healthy Times Market, H&H Auto Parts, Heaven Hill Farm, Highland General Store, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Welcome back. Last evening's town council meeting was a particularly exciting one. There was much on the agenda, but before I get to that, I would like to take a moment to extend a very special thanks on behalf of the people of Vernon Township and the governing body to the Earth Tech Associates Incorporated. Earth Tech is a company that has been here in Vernon for many, many years, and as you know, in past editions, I've been speaking to you about the construction of the new basketball court at the Maple Grange Park. We found as we moved through that project that the township did not have the size equipment that we needed to do that, the soil work in an expeditious way, and the Earth Tech Associates Company donated to Vernon Township 4 days worth of work using their bulldozers, their excavators, as well as their man hours. The total value of the donation to Vernon Township residents made by this company is $7,890. That's $7,890 that of taxpayers' money that did not have to be expended through the generosity of the people at Earth Tech, and I want to extend my thanks for their donation and their cooperation, and I'm sure that we all will appreciate their gesture to Vernon Township. The owners of the company are longtime residents, and they are indeed well known throughout the community. Craig, Ed, thank you from the mayor and the people of Vernon Township. Your donation is really appreciated. The excitement on last night's meeting had to do with a presentation from the Mountain Creek Corporation. For many years in this township, there has been the discussion of the development of an indoor water park as part of our resort recreation community. And there's been a lot said about it, There was a lot of activity about it in the past, but at the present time, the Mountain Creek Corporation is prepared to move forward. Their presentation to the town council last evening dealt with their request, in fact, to help set the stage for the financing of this $120 million project. Let me repeat that. $120 million project. Those of you who have ever visited some of the indoor water facilities like Great Wolf Lodge in Stroudsburg and out in the dells of Wisconsin know that these facilities are extremely successful. One of the advantages to our resort industry is that it takes one of the major variables out of the equation, that being the weather, so that if in fact in the wintertime people come up to ski but the weather isn't quite right for it, there's the indoor water park. We also heard from the principals that they are in the process now of raising the financing, but they were requesting that Vernon Township consider a pilot-type program which would help offset the cost of about 24% of their total financing via a bond through the New Jersey Economic Development Authority or the Morris County Industrial Development Authority. We don't have either one of those here in Sussex County as such, but there's much to be said and there's much to be done. And as we move forward in this process, I'll be looking forward to talking to you about this most exciting project, which will bring jobs, which will bring a new revitalization to the resort and help to stabilize the financial base that is required with the largest company, the largest employer, and the largest taxpayer in Vernon Township. I'll be right back.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our own community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by Brookside Florist, the Copy Center of Vernon, Healthy Times Market, H&H Auto Parts, Heaven Hill Farm, Highland General Store, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Welcome back. There were a number of other items that were dealt with by last night's town council meeting, by our council. And so I'd just like to run through them for a moment if I can. First and foremost, a proclamation from the council declaring September as a Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. The proclamation was in fact offered by Council President Pat Rizzuto, who is a prostate cancer survivor and was able to speak with a tremendous amount of knowledge and certainly sincerity about this particular disease. I, in all honesty, was very pleased and surprised to hear that 10 years ago, the survival rate for prostate cancer in males was somewhere in the area of 60 to 70%, if in fact discovered in time. That number has risen to the high 90% category. So the proclamation is designed to remind all men to talk with their doctors, and there is a simple blood test that will give an indication as to whether or not there may very well be prostate cancer present, and there is available successful treatment. So Mr. Rizzuto put it forward, the council unanimously supported it, and we have declared September as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month in Vernon Township. Some of the other items that we dealt with, a contract was awarded to the Gata Refuge to, in fact, provide trash container service for the Department of Public Works and the Animal Control Center. That contract was approximately $13,000, which is the same as it was last year and, frankly, the year before. In addition, a resolution was passed unanimously to award the bid for a new Type 1 ambulance for the Vernon Township Ambulance Squad. It will be an all-wheel drive, and it will be available in the very near future. We are waiting for the ordinance that was passed on first reading to have its second reading and the time that's necessary. And we will be replacing, the all-wheel drive presently operated on the top of the mountain by Vernon, which has run into a large number of repair bills due to its age. We will sell that ambulance on auction, and hopefully we will start addressing the needs of our two first aid squads. We are the only community in Northwest Jersey with totally volunteer ambulance service that has never missed a call. We're proud of that, and I want to thank the members of the Glenwood-Pochuck Ambulance Squad and the Vernon Township Ambulance Squad for their dedication. I wonder whether or not you, the residents of Vernon, and for that matter in the county, understand what it takes to become an EMS in the terms of the time commitment and the education process, and then the commitment to, in fact, riding the ambulance. Most of us don't give it a second thought until we need it, but it's important. And I want the members of both squads to know from your mayor and from your town council, your effort is appreciated. We haven't forgotten about your needs, and we are beginning to address them. We will do so further in 2014 to the benefit of the squads as well as the people who live in Vernon Township. In addition, a surplus property sale was approved for a old Bronco four-wheel drive to be put up for public auction. It has outlived its usefulness at this time, and so we will be putting it up for auction. In addition, the town council approved applications to the New Jersey DOT for calendar year 2014. And I want to tell you that I appreciate the support of the town council in approving two applications this year. The first application is for phase 1 of repair to the Breakneck Road, one of the highest traffic counts anywhere in Vernon Township on township-owned roads, and certainly in need of repair. The second application is for the repair of the Lake Wallkill Road, a township-owned road from the entrance of Lake Wallkill to the New York state line. That road has been absolutely ignored, and anybody who has to ride it knows that it's patch upon patch, and it's time that we do something about it. We will be addressing it in the 2014 budget. We have had our DPW out on Lake Wallkill Road recently to patch some of the really bad potholes, but we know full well that road needs our attention, and we have every intention of doing that on behalf of the residents on the west side of our town. I'll be back in just a moment.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our own community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by Brookside Florist, the Copy Center of Vernon, Healthy Times Market, H&H Auto Parts, Heaven Hill Farm, Highland General Store, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Welcome back. Another exciting resolution that was passed by the Town Council last evening unanimously was the approval of a Shop Local property tax reward program for Vernon. You, under the leadership of Councilman Ed Dunn and the Vernon Economic Development Advisory Committee, this program is moving forward, and it will be a manner in which you, as a resident, when you choose to shop locally with a participating merchant, a certain percentage of your purchase will go toward your property taxes and reduce them. Now, there's a lot of work that has been done on this project. It is being used in other parts of the state successfully. The implementation of it will begin to roll out through the last quarter of 2013. We're excited about it because, as you well know from previous Vernon Vibes additions and also statements at town council meetings, both by myself and the town council, this governing body understands that we must do whatever we can to encourage our residents to shop locally and to support our local businesses for many, many reasons. The health of our community economically, the participation of our local businesses in all of the volunteer and sports activities in this township. I am constantly impressed and grateful to the small businessmen and women of Vernon Township who always are there, whether it be for the Little League, the Boy Scouts, or any other number of charitable organizations, the food baskets. Our small businesses are always there. This program, Shop Vernon, is to encourage Vernon residents to not only shop locally, but to take advantage of it in terms of a way of reducing your property tax bill that you get from Vernon Township. It's an exciting program. There'll be more coming on it, but the council last evening made a decision that we are going to move forward. So stay tuned as the program rolls out. We'll be talking about it more and more in the future. The towns that have it are excited about it, and it seems to work very, very well. Like any new program, it'll take a bit of time to work out the bugs, and there will be obviously information posted on our website, posted on our Facebook page, and every other way that we can think of to get the information to you. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and embrace the Shop Vernon program when it arrives. It will benefit you as well as our small businesses and the community. I'll be back in just 1 minute.
Vernon Vibes is brought to you in part by United Water, the official water company of Vernon Township. United Water, involved in the communities they serve.
Discover the treasure that's in your own backyard at Crystal Springs Resort. It's the perfect way to escape your daily routine with luxury spas, award-winning golf, fabulous dining, mineral sports club, and so much more. Even treat yourself to an overnight stay for that special occasion. Great recreation and world-class amenities. It's all right here in beautiful Sussex County at Crystal Springs Resort.
The Vernon Independent Retailers Association reminds you that when you shop locally, you're helping to build our community by supporting local employment and keeping your tax dollars in our own community. Support the Vernon Independent Retailers who support you. Brought to you by Brookside Florist, the Copy Center of Vernon, Healthy Times Market, H&H Auto Parts, Heaven Hill Farm, Highland General Store, Lakeland Pool and Spa, McAfee Hardware, McAfee Ski and Snowboard, and Valley Paint and Hardware. Come in, we're local.
Welcome back. It's been a very busy and exciting time around this office and around the town government. And one of the things that I've talked to you about in the past has to do with our police department. As you well know, we have designated our new chief, and Randy Mills will be taking on that responsibility November 1st when present Chief Roy Weary retires. May I remind you that there is a barbecue in Roy's honor Sunday afternoon, October 6th from 1 until 4 at the Highland Lakes Clubhouse. But in addition to that, In the budgeting process that we have gone through over the last 2 years and moving into the 2014 budget, which we are actively working on at the present time, we have made a commitment, this office and this town council, to in fact improve and increase the number of police officers in the Vernon Township Police Department. For those of you who were here in 1986, the last time that I was the mayor, you would recall that at that time we had 36 police officers working in the Vernon Township Police Department. And over the years, for whatever reasons, under the guise of cutting the fat out of the budget, one manager after another made a decision not to replace officers as they retired, so that upon taking office in 2011, I found myself with a police department of 28 officers. Now, we haven't reduced the number of miles that we're responsible for. The township has not lost population from 1986 till now. As a matter of fact, we're about 2,000 to 3,000 people more now than we were at that time. And to be very candid with you, we have taken steps, and I've reported it to you, in terms of the contract negotiations that we were successful at in getting our police officers to agree to work 12-hour shifts and being able to increase the number of officers who are actually on patrol. But here's where the rub comes from. If you look at the squads and see that each of them now has 5 men assigned plus a sergeant, or 4 men and a sergeant, depending on which squad, on paper it looks great. But when you take into account the training that the officers are required by law to take, which takes them out of the field, their vacation time, and all of the other aspects that come into play, sick time, personal days, all the things that come into play, we still find ourselves often with 3 patrolmen or 2 and a sergeant doing the job. We do not have the manpower to see to it that we are fully staffed all the time. Now, you can't correct that situation overnight, but I can tell you that with the retirement of the chief and the modifications that are to follow, with people replacing Lieutenant Mills as a lieutenant, sergeants moving up to replace, or I should say patrolmen moving up to replace openings in the sergeants, our budget allows for us to add 2 policemen. And I have directed the Vernon Township Police Department to in fact begin that process. They are presently reviewing the civil service list, and we will be adding 2 policemen, if not by the end of this year, certainly early in 2014. One of them, it is our hope, will be paid for by the COPS grant that we applied for. However, I want you to know that even if we don't get that grant, we will be adding those police officers. And it is our intent to add 2 more in the 2015 budget, so that by the end of this mayor's term, we will have put our police force back to 32 officers and at least relieve some of the pressure that we have. It's important for you as residents to understand that with the scourge that we face in the drug area, with the traffic that moves through this township, both for the resort recreation as well as the lake communities, and our close proximity to the high-density population areas where criminals have learned that it's easy to drive out to the country and burglarize or rob or do whatever they have to do. It's virtually impossible to, in fact, stymie that without the correct manpower. And so I want you to know that we are making a commitment to take the Vernon Police Department from a very good police department to the best that we can be. I appreciate your support. I look forward to our next visit. Have a great evening, and peace be with all of you.